What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about my two favorite lenses, 35 and the 85. Let's get into it. These lenses are my everything. I take them to every wedding I do. They are my most used lenses, and I really believe they're essential. I want to say every photographer in their lifetime should have the 35 and the 85, because while you can find their ranges on zoom lenses, say 70 to 200 or 24 to 70, you can't do better than 85 f1.2 if you really want that background blur. Sure, there's other lenses like Sigma, if I'm not mistaken, but then at 105 you're pretty far from your subject. And the 35 is a workhorse, documentary, lifestyle. It does everything, and I love these lenses. I use it for everything. It's a great documentary lens. It's a great, especially for me, I'm tall, so sometimes the 24 is too wide for what I need, you know, because of my size. I can scoot back a little bit further per se, you know, if I'm shooting at a downward angle. And a 35 for me works marvelously. When I lean back a little bit, I get all the perspective I need. I also love it because it's a prime. That means that it's super fast, so I always shoot this. I know, it's a problem, but I always shoot this at 1.4. It's not the best things. There have been times where I wish I had stopped down a little bit, and honestly, I'm not perfect, so I should say this, that I've been working on stopping down more often, but I always shoot this at 1.4 whenever I get the chance to, because it shines. It gives you that, you know, the subject pops out from the background and you still get that perspective. You still feel like you're in there. I just love it because of that. Sharp. Did I say sharp? Sharp. Okay, so I actually own the first version of this lens. It's actually, yeah, it's on my desk as we speak. And at the time, I was shooting with a 5D Mark III and a 5D Mark IV. And I mean, on the Mark III, the version 1 of this lens was super sharp. The Mark IV, it was okay. I started seeing some drawbacks. And so I decided to opt for the second version of this lens, and I have not regretted it ever since I got it. The focus is blazing fast for me anyway. Right now I shoot with two EOS R bodies. I'm hoping when the EOS R5 comes out, I don't know. Yeah. All right, next up we have the 85. This is my absolute favorite lens. Like, look at it, isn't it a beauty? Look at the size of the front element. It's beautiful. I love this lens. This is, okay, it's not the fastest lens to focus. It's really not. And sharp, when it hits, but definitely I want to say that this lens has its own character, and if you learn how to use it, this is a lens that unfortunately you don't just get to put on your body and you know, jump out the window with it, because all you'll be doing is landing in a pool of your own blood. But besides the point, so definitely there's a learning curve. And also using this at f1.2 is really hard. You really got to know your distance, your focal plane distance, and how you're framing and things like that. And you know, so I try to stay between 1.4 and 2.0. So this is my favorite portrait lenses. Well, that's what I do my bridal portraits with. Close-ups per se. Instead of walking closer to them, I would literally just, you know, take this out and then just like take the picture that way. Like I said, the background is super dreamy, blurry, falls off, smooth like butter. You know what they say. I have a couple other lenses that I'm gonna, you know, talk about later on in the channel, but I feel like I don't use them enough to really talk about them. Like the 135, I love that lens, but I also don't bring it out every time. So I feel like I have to shoot with that lens to really talk about it per se. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Thank you for, you know, being there. Let me know if you have any questions, if any way I can help you, tricks and tips, just let me know. Would love it if you would comment, like, subscribe, share, the whole nine. You know how we do YouTube life.